Hi everyone, my name is Lena Archibald. Welcome to our live webinar. First of all, I apologize for my voice. I have cold. I still able to create great evening tonight. So would be great if you put in the comments, if you're watching through YouTube, you will be able to put in comments where you're from. It's really interesting to see where people are joining us from. And I'm just looking. I can't see comments at the moment. So, okay, how are we going to do? First of all, today we are doing webinar. Oh, we have Sweden. Who else? Sorry. It's great. It's great to see comments. We have from Norfolk. Okay, I can see Facebook user. I cannot see names. That's a problem with when Facebook, but I think I'm guessing who is from Sweden. From now, Christina from Washington State, United States. Great. Deborah from Cambridge. Yes, Deborah, welcome, welcome, Christina. Mamie from Ireland. Carol from Summerest. Brilliant. Okay. The way we're going to walk today, we have Omi from New York. Welcome, Omi. The way we're going to do, first of all, you know, this topic to make felt making is less physical. It's quite crucial for us because felt making is very physical work. And last weekend, in group with my students, Nicole from Sweden, hi. We this group of my students from membership Felt with Lena, we discuss and this topic, and we really had great discussion. And I thought, why not to do wider seminar for more people? So tonight is topic effortless wet felting, and I also want to take this opportunity to talk to you about membership, about club Felt with Lena, and answer your questions, because I received quite a lot of questions. What it's all about? What are you creating, Lena? So the way we're walking, we have Terry from Canada. Welcome, Terry. Welcome, Louise from Wilmington. Ella from England. Catherine from Michigan. Fantastic. Benita, hi from Canada. Yes, Benita, remember we discussed this topic last weekend. Felt making less physical. Robin from Wisconsin. Great. Welcome, everyone. The way we're going to do, I prepare slides. We go through slides. And while we watching slides, please, and I will be talking, that's not a video, I will be talking through slides, and please ask questions. Hi, hi from Scotland. Ask questions. When you ask questions, can you please put 2 exclamation marks in front and 2 in the back? And Sophia, who's helping me tonight, will pick up questions and I will be able to answer, okay? That's how we're going to walk. It's not a walk. Let's enjoy tonight. Heather, hi, Heather from Canada. John from Pittsburgh. Excuse my voice, have cold. And, you know, it's annoying, but I still can talk. And Lisa from Canada, welcome everyone. So really, let's see if I can use technology and share sorry, just a second. I went somewhere else. So, sorry, I'm starting to share my screen. Let me, my screens. Okay. Okay. Can you see my screen? Can you put exclamation mark in the comment that you can see and you can hear me? Mandy from New Zealand, welcome. Melissa, welcome. Lisa, brilliant, you here, welcome. We talked about this last week, did we? Can you see? Great, you can see and you can hear me. Fantastic. So today we're talking about effortless wet felting, and I will answer question about membership. Stay with me till end of the session because it will be a big surprise for everyone who stayed, okay? So let me to start. So effortless wet felting and membership question and answers. So who is Lena? Well, by map, you can see I'm from Ukraine. This map was created by myself. Lots of felted flowers put together for exhibition. I have 12 years of felting experience, and I'm really passionate about creating fine felted garments, garments which are wearable. I used felting as a cancer recovery strategy, and something I will mention later. That's why this topic, making felting less physical, is very important to me. I've been teaching for 10 years, started teaching continental knitting first, then crochet, free-form crochet, and felting. For 5 years now, I've been running Felt with Lena online school. I have 50 online classes and over 2,000 students around the world. And I'm very passionate about community, about sharing, and that's why I created Felt with Lena Club. So this is what I love to create. If you look, this beautiful woman, wearing scarf, that was my best seller in different colors. I used to sell a lot. I used to sell mainly in galleries and on designer markets. And something we discussed last week as well with my students who want to sell or improve their selling. So this, my two best sellers, this purple scarf was in different colors, and green scarf I'm wearing in different colors. This was created silk and pre-felt and then dyed. Can you see in the corner on the left-hand side, me wearing waistcoat? That was my ever first garment, ever. And my favorite garment is this jumper me wearing. I create quite a few, but this become favorite. Surprise, surprise, I used here merino wool, natural, 23 microns. I don't work with wool like this. And it was big surprise how soft, and it just really beautiful to wear. So really, this is just examples of wearables I create. And I'm passionate about color and texture. So that's some examples as well of color and texture. I also create scarves. I create anything wearable. And mainly for myself and for my family these days. I love to create hats. And I create hats which are, which you can just fold and put in your bag. Because in England, always, something dropping on your hat or windy. So when it's raining, I take my hat from the bag and I wear. So that type, it's just examples of my hats. I do love to create as well for my house. Just wall hangings, cushion covers. This is pumpkin tea cozy. I love to create, well, I create some bags, and you probably have seen my class on gloves. This is work of my students, who are part of Felt with Lena Club. So really, everyone works on their own projects. Somebody prefers scarves, some people want to create garments, and that's why they join me, because they really do. Sometimes they're afraid, or sometimes they don't know where to start. Just amazing work. It's just only fraction of work I share. Right. This is a game. This is what I'm asking you. Stay for entire session and capture a screenshot and share. Oh, and share it in your Facebook group while mentioning my name. I really want more people benefit from what I teach, what I share, and I do give a lot of information for free. I try to do every Friday newsletters with tips. I have YouTube. So if people cannot afford my classes, I still give a lot of value for free. So more people know about me and what I do better. So then send me email, and as a bonus, you'll receive a felt making tutorial. I will reveal which one in the end of the session. Sorry for being like that. Okay, let's start our effortless wet felting. And I really want you to put in comments what hinders your regular felting. I just want to see what really stops you to felt regular. Can you just write in the comments? I don't see comments at the moment. Can you hear me? Yeah? Can you write in the comments? Is it back? Is it arthritis? Is it lack of space? Lack of time? I just want to know and help to overcome that obstacles. What really stops you to do regular felting? Okay, Melissa said, table not big enough. Rolling is endless. Great. I'll show you how to stop this and how to create a small table. Melissa, I have 2 big tables in my studio, and I use only one, especially when I do online classes, and sweaters and dress is possible to create on small table. So what else? I'm just looking, comments jumping so quickly. Okay, so back of neck that leads to migraines. I have lots of migraines, and frankly, I'm going through menopause now. And for 2 years, I had such a bad migraines. I had to go on HRT. That helped. That helped me. I'm not promoting. It's everybody's choice. Suzanne saying lack of knowledge and technique and use of multiple types of materials. Great. We can come back to this. Carrie saying bending over large pieces creates back spasm, so can only do smaller pieces. Carrie, I think it's when you do layout. You don't have to stand 5 hours doing layout. I'll show you how to do it. Latricia, lack of time. Lack of time is, yes, that's probably the biggest. Ella, space and time need to be organized. It's not just about Felton, isn't it? It's our life. Okay, Julian, too busy sometimes and getting it all out. Yeah. Catherine saying, I need to learn more refinement techniques. Okay, that's why I'm here to share that techniques. You know, I'm really passionate. I have more time. This is my business, and I spend lots of time experimenting. Not happening, and really it takes materials time till I get to that point when I can share. So has a lack of space and time. Susan, back and hip pain. Christina, lower spine injury. Oh, right. Okay. Benita, calculating shrinkage. I'm apparently numerically dyslexic. Benita, we can talk about this. Join next Sunday because in our Felt with Lena club, I run sessions every week where students jump, and Benita, part of the club, come, sorry, not jump, come, and we discuss any topics, anything to help with felting. Still tired after cancer treatment. That really where I was 13 years ago, and I will stop on this. I had leukemia. I had over 70 chemos, and I fall in love with felting, and I just had to do it. So had to do that felting. So I'll come back to this. Sorry, I don't know name. It said Facebook user. Omi, in the summer it's too hot to play with wool. It is. Yes, I get it. I get it. Um, well, that's some problem I don't have in England, especially in the north part of England. Chris, back hurts, workspace problems. Okay. Okay, Latricia saying, I appreciate all the free advice you do give and have been following you for about 2 years. Fantastic. I'm really, really happy to share. And if I'm pronounced names incorrectly, sorry for this, okay? Angela saying, always in pain in my arms, shoulders, and hips. Lisa, back injury. Yes, Lisa, we discussed last week a lot. That's how, Lisa, that's blame Lisa for this session. That's after our discussion about back injury. I thought, let's do this more. I mean, in good way, blame Lisa. Johnny, knowledge of materials. I'm not much going to stop tonight about materials, but if we have time, I'll be happy to answer. No, I will have time. I'll answer question, but it's such a big topic about materials. Wendy, tendonitis in hands and thumbs. Okay, I guess it's when your hands go numb. I'm not sure what we're talking about. Lack of space and the cost of supplies. Yes, cost of supplies, and it's not getting cheaper, unfortunately. So Moss, oh my God, Moss, right, okay, got it. Yes, Moss don't help. Okay, right, let's go back. Let's go back to my presentation. Let's start talking about effortless wet felting. By the way, all these pictures, can you see, that's all my felt. I just in love with textures. So let's start with preparation. Really, before you go into felting, think. First of all, choose good quality and appropriate materials. When I'm talking about good quality, make sure your wool is not matted. Make sure it's appropriate for your project. Do not use merino wool 18 and half microns for shoes, but don't use thicker wool like Bergschaft for jacket. So you really need to have appropriate materials. When I'm talking about good quality, if you keep your wool in plastic bags, it's become sweaty, sorry for the word, and it become matted. I have tips. It's on YouTube. How to get life to that wool. If you have to use for your layout, use a microwave. Okay. You put that wool in the bag, plastic bag, which can be zipped. Put a little bit of water, literally spray water, and put in the microwave for a few minutes. Literally, I don't care about how powerful. I never look. Okay, I just depends on the amount of wool. Around 3 minutes, I put in microwave. Then I let it dry and steam. Be careful when you open that zip bag because steam can go into your face. So this is just, try not to buy a lot of wool and don't keep wool. Don't be like me. I have to have a lot of wool because I do lots of felting. But buy wool for the project, for few projects. Make sure it's not matted. If wool not matted, your layout will be like a song, okay? Make a sample. Don't go into big projects straight away. Make a sample. How many times I say, students, make a sample? I have 12 years of experience. Every project I start with the sample. It does not matter if it's a big shawl. My sample in this case, small scarf, or it's a jumper. It needs to be a sample. So then, you did not waste that 1 week to create garment, which either small or big, or you don't like colors, or you don't like textures, okay? Prepare layout in advance. I'll come to this. What does it mean, prepare layout in advance? Raise table. Have appropriate tools. We are going to look in each next, okay? So, table raised. Okay. If you have table with bended legs, the simple way to raise table by wide PVC tubes cut for the length you need, and then table goes inside. Or you can buy table raisers. They're called furniture raisers, and they come in different shapes and different colors. Or if this is a small project, use your kitchen worktop. Just protect with bubble wrap, with towels, okay? Never do layout and felting on the floor. Never. I know some students, I'm not going to make to name them, but I've seen it. This is the worst what you can do, layout and felting on the floor. Don't do that, okay? I'm tall, I'm 5'11", and I have table from IKEA. I think they stopped selling them, where legs going up and down. So my table, 90 centimeters high, and I would love taller, higher, but it works. Okay, tools. Look at that chair. Right, something we talked with Lisa last weekend. If you cannot stand long time, it's not good for your back. Please, just use this chair. You can basically, how can I say, drive around your table, doing layout, doing felting, literally whizzing around the table, sitting in this chair. If standing for long time is a problem, you can do layout this way, you can do felting this way. Gloves. Why gloves? When you do rubbing of your layout with your hands, first of all, your hands dressed in gloves will slide smoother. We don't want to put any tensions on your hands either. We're doing everything very gently in felt making. Okay, the problem could be if you have arthritis and if you walk, if you put too much pressure with your hands on your layout or felting, this is the problem. Don't do that. Wearing gloves, first, your hands slides nicely. Second, you don't, if you have wool and then embellishment, you don't drag that wool through embellishment, creating like dirty felt. Okay, so you can use either plastic gloves like on the picture or latex gloves. If rolling is a problem, sander. I use Makita sander. Why Makita sander, especially 5 speeds? Because there are no vibration, because 5 speeds, and it's not noisy. Be very careful when you buy sander, cheap sander, because cheap sander gives you vibration, not good for your arms, and noise, not good for your ears. Please, in this case, wear this protective, what they called, earplugs, and if it's heavy sander, you don't have to don't have to hold. It should stay. Okay. What to do with socks? Right. That's for people who rolls. If you roll your felt or layout, socks, when you create roller, really hold everything well in place and speed up. I mean, not speed up, but at least everything in place, all your layout. So it should help with felting. It really holds well. Yeah, keep some old pop socks. If you roll, I love to use this soft pipe isolation. And if you need more pressure, put something inside. Why I love this? Because when you roll, first of all, do not roll with your hands. Never, ever, ever. Okay? You're rolling with your arms. You don't have to be very fast. Yes, you just literally resting on your roller. This roller, soft, is good for your arms, okay, rather than plastic. To be honest, I love to use plastic too, and I use a lot. I don't have any problems with arms. I had tennis elbow, but it's nothing to do with felting. I had injury. And olive oil. Olive oil helps to felt faster. There is some chemistry between wool and olive oil. It's great for your hands. It's great for environment. It's really good for felting. We are creating that possibility to felt quicker. I'm not talking about felting aggressively. I'm talking about felting process. Felting happens faster. Okay, so that's the tools. Then wool layout. Wool layout. Okay, the biggest problem, when it's not the biggest problem, it can be, felting takes less time than wool layout. And it's possible to spend 5 hours standing around the table doing wool layout. It's crazy. So if you look, this top was created with this wool layout. So what I do, I create buds in advance. How I'm doing that? Just I go back. So how I do that? For example, piece of paper, can you see me? So piece of paper, let's stop sharing at the moment and then come back to that. So this is just ordinary piece of paper, okay? So what I do, I sit in front of TV or listen in music and I prepare wool layouts. I think I have this in my blog. So we have rowing. I'm not going to show you now wool layout. I'm just explaining. We have rowing. You need to get scales. I always recommend to invest and have scales in your studio. For example, depends on project. Between 3 and 5 grams of wool would go on this piece of paper. You can create, I use mainly 3 layouts. Clouds, I have all this in blog. Yes, I remember main layouts. If you check blog or YouTube. So you can sit, for example, 3 gram, you measure wool. So literally, I usually measure wool, right? For example, I know this, let's say 3 grams, right? So on piece of paper, I can do either clouds layout, classical layout. Classical layout, I mainly use 2 layers. Mainly depends what you create. Okay, for one scarf, which ruffle scarf, there are 5 layers there, fine layers. So you can do on piece of paper classical layout, clouds layout, herringbone layout, or whatever layout you love to do. So you create in advance. I create my layout sitting at home. I can't stand for a long time myself. I have problem with my back after giving birth to 2 big babies. And that's affected my back, long labor and big babies. Okay, so I have to watch my back. What I'm talking about, everything what I am sharing, it's preventing. By the way, if you have bad back, for example, inflammation of arthritis, please don't do felting while you have inflammation. What we're talking about, prevention, okay? So created, for example, 3 grams of wool, created many pieces of paper, just basically stacking, okay? Then you have your resist or what you're creating, or if it's a scarf, and you just literally go into your table and you placing, usually I just do like that. Okay, there is video there on YouTube and blog. And you just placing your layouts on your resist, on your table, make sure they all join. Then you check, literally you check in quality. You can do the same with another fiber like viscose. If you're doing lamination, you create a layout. Most important, you just literally, when you do layout, you do a little bit of rubbing so that you could lift. So this is one method. Another method, so what I'm sharing, do not stand around the table for 6 hours. I don't stand around the table for 6 hours. And I create big garments. Another way, for example, this is merino bats with some fiber. You can use them. So what you do, so this is merino bat, you get scissors and you cut. Yes, people who came to my workshop, I always said, don't cut wool, don't cut rowan, but this is okay. So you cut like that. It's around, I don't know, 20 by 20, and you start to separate. Okay, you separate, so you create this in advance. So when you're ready for your project, you just go to your table and you place butts. And you can buy any type of wool butts, merino wool, or depends what Bergschaft wool, depends what you're creating. So that's another method. What I'm trying to say, do not stand 6 hours in front of table. If you do that, then take breaks, please, okay? I go back. Do you have any questions before I go back to my presentation? And if you do have questions, okay, we have question from Catherine. Does lavender keep moss out of wool? Basically, what I buy, I don't know about lavender. I have lavender in my studio, quite a lot of seeds, but I bought this just for the smell. I buy this moss wooden, what they called, wooden rings. They're really good. Lavender should keep as well. I don't know if anybody else would like to share experience. Just put in comments. What else do you use for to keep moss away? Olive oil soap helps as well. Just I have lots of olive oil soap in studio. It's stinky as well. Okay, Davin saying, are you talking about olive oil? Sorry, olive oil soap. Olive oil soap, that's what I'm talking. Davin, thank you so much. And about moss, if you share in the comments, sorry, it was a question about resist. If you share in the comments, because we have quite a lot of experienced felt makers here, I can see that. Share your experience. So we have question, how to make resist for sleeves separately when making jumper or jacket. Okay, what I understand this question that if you create, you want sleeves separately stitched, correct? Because like the jumper on the picture, it just with sleeves. It was one big resist, and it was huge resist. So literally, how you do when you create your resist for jacket, you also create sleeves. And in our membership, we have this class, how to create simple way resists. And literally based on your clothes, on your favorite garment, which you can enlarge. So you can do the same enlarging sleeves. If you're doing, I mean, stitching sleeves, depends what, if you're doing for jumper, making, so how to make resist for sleeves separately when making jumper or jacket. For jumper, maybe simple, because jumper could be your line, your line shoulder, yeah, could be lower. So it just stitching, literally, enlarge your favorite jumper, okay, check size. For jackets, it's more complex. If you done sewing jackets, sleeve is it's quite a technology to attach sleeve because you need that sleeve will be bigger here than your armhole because you need gazer here. So what I recommend, you can get any pattern, sewing pattern, and enlarge if you're doing sewing, or you can go on Pinterest and find patterns and literally enlarge using your coefficient of increase. This is a simple way. I hope it answers question. Do we have any more questions? Okay, the question from Borga family, can I drum cut my own bat? Yes, you can. I think I brought. Yes, this is one. I created this bat. Okay, so literally then I separate, okay, and do layout. Of course you can. Thank you for the question. Any other questions? No? Okay, in this case, I go back to my presentation. I hope, right, where that? No, where was that? Sorry. Oh, okay. Technology and Lena. Sorry about that. Okay, so that's, can you see pile of wool bats for this particular waistcoat I did. Okay, then it was quite easy and very fast. And then layout literally takes 1 hour. So everything was prepared in advance. This one, is, can you see embellishment, leaves? That was all t-shirt. Everything prepared in advance. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to stand 6 hours. Give rest to your layout. This is I discovered when I was recovering after cancer, and I was eager to felt, and I did not have any energy. And literally, the way I was doing, I was taking lots of breaks. And mainly I was felting scarves that days and small projects like felted pictures. And I could not do layout and felting at the same time. It was impossible for me. And layout, when I was doing layout, I was taking lots of breaks. But I was leaving, it's just first I discover, first time I remember, I add water, I add soap, and I left overnight. And next morning, I noticed the same scarf, the same technique, felt it faster. Why? Because our wool, Rowan, or our wool has lots of scales. And they're all closed. So when wool is wet, these scales start to open up like flower. So they all fully open, no forcing happening there. Then we add friction and they join together. And that happened faster. So the moral of the story, you finish layout and then you add water, you add soap, you just put your gloves, put put a net and use some plastic net like tutu net, just little wrap, make sure all your layout wet and soapy, and leave at least for 1 hour. Go and have cup of tea. If you can leave overnight, leave overnight. If you leave your layout rolled for 1-2 days, nothing going to happen. Again, that's if you don't have time. You can leave your layout for few days, not a problem, as long as it's in this safe space and no children, no animals. That's why I always recommend roll and leave. Okay, so really this is quite crucial if you don't have energy or you don't have time. I do this. I'm a slow felt maker. I enjoy and I take my time. So I hope this is useful. Sample, I think I mentioned why sample. So this is my jumper, okay? And I made few samples. I made first with white. This is cotton gauze. This is medical gauze. I did not like it. I just add this silk as well. And I did not like it. I just really did not like that. So then I actually dyed this cotton gauze, surprise, surprise, in tea. This cotton gauze was dyed in tea. And tea has lots of tea bags there. Tea has tannin. So if you have tannin powder, you can dye in tannin. So, or whatever, I mean, cotton gauze, you need a fiber reactive dyes, or I just dyed in tea. It was slightly different color before it's felted. It's more like, but it still turned up quite well, okay? So if you see, I make sample, I did not like it, I made another sample, and after that, I made jumper. If I made jumper with white fabric, if I would not like it, I wasted lots of time. So I wasted lots of time and lots of energy. Okay, that's why I really recommend to do samples. Okay, if you roll, Can you see these two pictures? This, can you see the person rolling, wearing felted shoes? That's my student Carol, and rolling with feet. You really need to sit really well. Carol has problem with backs. That's why, and she was coming to many of my classes and she could not roll. And that time when I was not keen for beginners to use sander. So she was sitting on chair, really against chair back, very comfortably and rolling by her feet. Very careful if you roll with your feet because you put more pressure, and make sure you don't overfelt. We had this issue. We needed to find that pressure. So this is rolling with feet. Another picture, you can see women walking. What to do with rolling? Okay, very important. So let me to come back and stop sharing. And talk through that. Okay, when you're rolling, okay, if you stand on both feet, you're putting too much pressure on your back. Okay, your feet fixed, your back walks too much. If you walk from one foot to another, you literally, when you're rolling, you're walking. So you one foot in front of another and you're walking, okay? This way, you will not put pressure on your back while you're rolling. Try this. You're walking literally from one foot to another. Basically your feet standing firmly on, standing in the same place, but you rolling from one foot to another. Try rolling like that. So before I go back to my slides, we have a question. Do you use sander? Let me to put that question. Do you use sander first on wool before you put on embellishment? No. I do all layout, wool and embellishment, and then I put sander. Okay, and so otherwise, if you put sander on wool and then embellishment you will add more, what can I say, issues. So it will be felted slower. Okay, so don't do that. So so what Lisa's saying, I have left my layout rolled for longer than a week at a time when my back has been bad. Works great. Yeah. I think I did as well. Just literally then you rewet, and then it works. So we have another comment. I live overnight. There is a difference. Yes, I find the garment relaxes and felt smoother. Absolutely. This is quite important. No more questions before I move forward. Okay. Bear with me when I need to find again my presentation. So that's rolling. Okay. Let's summarize. First of all, take frequent breaks. You really need to look after your body. Stretch, even lie on the floor and stretch your back. I do that. I do Pilates as well. So really it helps to keep my back healthy. Well, you can do warm-up exercise. If you have you have issues with back, do some warm-up exercise before you go into felting, before you go into the layout. I'm stressing again, do not do felting when you have inflammation in your body. We're talking about prevention, okay? And how really look after your body and stop putting strain on your body. Yes, pacing yourself. You don't have to rush felting process. I get it, time. And often we're really impatient. We really want to get that felt done. Don't do that. Okay? Don't just enjoy. Don't be in hurry. Enjoy every process, every point of felting. When I do layout, I put relaxing music. When I do felting, I put slightly different music, which is possibly like a little bit faster. Okay. Um, so yes, listen to your body. Really don't push yourself. We're here to enjoy this craft, not to push yourself. So, okay, for some reason, people thinking that when we do felting, we really need to put lots of pressure, lots of rubbing. And that's the problem. And that can be a problem for people who have arthritis. Everything gentle, everything slow. Okay, you don't have to be in a hurry. Try different felting techniques. Maybe Nuna felt. When I started felting, I did Nuna felt. Maybe that's why I stuck to fine felt. Because Nuna felt, we have fabric there, and it does not require, like if you make bag or shoes or hat, I'm talking about hat, thick hat, keeping shape, totally different story. Okay, you put more pressure, you felt longer than Nuna felt. I mentioned work with pre-felt and buds to decrease time of standing around the table, and consider assistive devices. Maybe you can add some soft handle. You know, if you're using some felting tools, you can add some, like something soft on handle. It's very important for if you have arthritis, all that softness. Maybe if you really know felting for you and you have to do it, maybe you can invest in felting machine or at least sander. Okay. So, okay, I'll go back, stop sharing, and then I come back to final session I want to share with about a felt making club. So, but let me to stop sharing and answer more questions. This is a good time to ask questions about everything we talk. And I hope you found useful and fun. And if you take at least 1, 2 tips from today night, it will make me happy. This is my practice. Okay, I have problems with my back. I do control my back because I do exercise, I do Pilates. And Pilates helps me to control my back. Okay, everything what I shared, this is based on my experience. And it's very important to me to enjoy felting. Okay, I do roll because it's for my binga. Binga, excuse me, binga arms, part of my exercise routine. So really, take time. Do we have any questions about what we just discussed? We have actually comments I would like to share. Okay, let's look. Oh, Carrie is saying you can use pressure spray to wet down your layout without any adverse effect on to the hands. Absolutely. So I guess you're talking about garden sprays. And you can invest into felt making tools, spray, or you just can use bottles, plastic bottles making holes. Carrie, is it what you're talking about? Spray, precious spray. So, okay, we have. I took my notes. Great. I will be sharing this recording with you. So any other questions? Oh, we have actually Christina sharing about moss. So moss and rodent. Oh, rodent. I live in forest. Okay, you use peppermint oil-soaked cotton ball. This is good. I never knew about this. Thank you so much for sharing. So Deborah saying, resting, the layout is brilliant. Yes, do that. Even when I do workshops, the way I try to do layout and then lunch and then felting. So try to do that. Okay, any questions? Okay, I'm a huge fan of Louise Jardina Felton work as a beginner. Yes, and want to add silk for Nuna. Even old scarf is not labeled. How can I know it is a silk? Well, you can do burning test if you dare. Sorry saying that. The best way is to do a burning test. So if it's polyester or synthetic, you will have that black little balls, okay? And usually synthetic silk, no, you can't say synthetic silk, synthetic fabrics, they more shiny than natural silk. They kind of usually, so they're differently, I mean, they're different. Another way is sample, make a sample. So that's my recommendation, and I don't know if anyone else has other recommendations. So I have another question. Is there a trick to getting mulberry silk to take up acid dyes? Well, there is no trick. Mulberry acid dyes are fantastic for silk and wool. And what I recommend, and I don't know, you're talking about mulberry silk, fiber, or fabric. It doesn't matter, fiber or fabric. Soak your fiber or fabric in cold water with vinegar. And I'm sorry, I never measure vinegar. I literally do bottle like this. You can leave for an hour. You can leave for overnight. And then you prepare your acid dye. I usually add vinegar and acid dye too, except of black. I never add vinegar into black because you will never get black. You will get purple black if you add vinegar, okay? As long as you soak your fiber or fabric in water with vinegar, it should be enough. Then when you dye your fabric, you create a bus with dyes, and you add your wet fabric or fiber into that bus, okay? And you put either into microwave, it all depends what you're dyeing, or you put in on cement. So acid dyes needs heat. And I do have free online class about dyeing. If you go into my online school, Felt with Lena, and find free classes, you will find, oh, sorry, my dog is barking. Sorry. Toby, stop. Sorry. So you will find class, and I share different techniques, tie-dye and mono-dye, okay? So, and so what Carrie's saying, there is a scrunch feel to silk, but use lightweight silk, not brocade time. I did as a beginner, okay? And okay, we're looking as well. I do know now, if I find a scarf at flea market, I try to feel how much of my breast comes through. Yes, this is the test. But synthetic fabric could be the same. You know, it's if you can breathe through silk, yes, you can felt. Literally, you can felt any fabric, any. I felt it, even jeans, okay, and I felt it thick brown fabric. I forgot the name. Hessian, okay, Hessian fabric, and I felt it wool fabric. You can felt anything with with right techniques, not using hot water. Actually, I forgot to mention, if you have arthritis, do not use cold water for felting, use warm water. It's something that came from my student who said warm water better for her because she has arthritis. That's observation as well. So, okay, do we have any more questions? I really appreciate you still staying with me. Thank you so much. I'll go back to my presentation. Okay, thank you so much for all questions. I'll share the screen. Okay, I really want to share with you about Club Felt with Lena and answer your questions. Is it familiar? I want to learn more felt making techniques. I waste too many materials trying. I want to be part of community. I want to progress to garment making. How to felt large project on a small table. I do consistently teach even big garments on small tables. I want to discover various embellishment techniques. I'm a beginner and I don't know where to start. Is this sound familiar? And I set up Felt with Lena Club. I'm very passionate to share my knowledge and create more techniques through experiment. So really, Felt with Lena membership has been carefully designed by myself to help you to establish felting habits that set you for success and produce highly desirable, high value, beautiful felted textile art. No matter if you are a complete beginner or an experienced felt maker, we have different success paths for you. This way, everyone with an interest in felt making will benefit from being a member. What do you get as a member? You have full access to my 50 online classes while a member. And I keep adding videos there all the time. We have weekly get together via Zoom. We have every Saturday, so not every Saturday, Saturday, 9 o'clock in the morning for everyone who is in Australia and New Zealand, who in Europe prefer morning, or England. I add regular new content every 2 months challenge and 14 days money back guarantee. So literally, the way 2 months challenges work, at the moment we creating, and you've seen, I did release this for other people class, lampshade and neck warmers. Now I'm recording this class, and some people who prefer to make garments, they're progressing and making garments, tops or whatever, and I'm there to help. So this club, the way it works, you can either pay monthly, and monthly it's £42, and you get full access of my 5 years online school, or you can pay annually, and this is £420, and you get 2 months free. And everyone who join on annual, I have, before they go into club, one-to-one. Okay, so literally we plan for a year. We really go sit down and plan what they would like to learn and create what their objectives, sorry. So I invite you to ask more questions. I have a list of questions from people by email. Do you have any questions about? Okay, we have question about soap. Is it possible to overdo with soap? Oh yes, of course. Catherine, you don't overdo with soap when you do sanding, but on when you do fulling, I recommend rinse of half of soap, because you come to the point when soap stops your item from shrinking. And this is when you can overdo with soap. With olive soap, olive oil soap, you don't overdo. If you're using some washing detergents like for dishes, you definitely can overdo. Okay, so that's possible. So okay, I just want to get my list. Where did I put? Okay, I'm going to answer questions which came through email. Oh, the question, will I still be able to access courses I previously bought if I don't subscribe your membership? Yes, of course. This was the question. So when you, if you have your classes you bought before, you keep your classes. And when you're a member, you have all classes. When you stop being member, you don't have access to all membership, but you continue having access to your classes you bought before. That was the question sent by email. So thank you for this question. And any other questions? Okay, let me to answer questions, because I did receive through email. So this question was, do I have access to my classes bought before? Yes, of course. Do I need to be tech savvy to get the most from the club? No, you don't, because my membership is hosted in my Thinkific system. And if you bought classes before, you know how it works. And all my classes organized in membership by level of difficulty. And I always put in the banner what we're doing. And I send emails regular to my members. And what courses I offer it in Felt with Lena Felt Making Club? I offer all my 50 classes in the club. And they're from the beginners basics to creating garments. So really, if we have Zoom sessions and I know what my members creating and what they want to create. So let's plan. I'm here to help. And we have Facebook group where we share and people ask questions. So it was a question, I'm busy with craft fairs now. Can I enroll in the future? Enrollment opens till tomorrow evening. The way I do, and next time it will be in New Year, the way I do, I want to work with my members closer. So I don't have club open all the time. So now we have new members. I'm having onboarding call with new members next week. I will be showing around membership. I will be talking and find out what exactly they would like from the club. So can I join later date? Yes, you can. Sometimes in January. I'm not sure when I'm opening again. I think I will be opening in January. What is the cancellation policy? Well, you can cancel if you have 14 days. If you paid monthly or annually and within 14 days, you're not sure it's for you, I will return your money. And if you pay monthly, you can stop membership at any point. Okay, I'm beginner. Can I join membership? Yes, you can. I plan membership for beginners, intermediate, advanced, and then you know how you're progressing. And I always give feedback about felt, about layout. We did workshop on layout when I was watching members doing layout and giving them my feedback. So that's questions. Do we have any more questions? And Bonita saying, thank you, Lena. I always learn, and had other pointers reinforced. Thank you so much, Bonita. Okay, has a saying, if you sign up for a year, do you keep all the classes you do in that year, or do you have to keep joining every year to retain them? I can't give you all 50 classes. You know, you only keep in classes during the year. You can rejoin. For example, if you starting on price has a 420 and you decide after a year the club for you, because I'm consistently adding new classes consistently, and not all classes available to the public. For example, I never shared class how I create garments resist. This is solely for my members. Okay, because I just work with them. So I consistently add classes. Some classes become public for the sale, but not all. For example, I never shared class working with cotton gauze, and I share different techniques, different embellishment. This is for members only. Okay, and I will be moving towards membership 100% in the future, because that works better when I can give more attention to my students. I still did not relieve what tutorial you will get. So I hope it answered question. Okay, I'm just look. Any other questions about membership? Oh, Lisa, thank you. Lena is an amazing teacher. She listens to students and shapes classes, Zoom meetings based on what we want to learn. It has really been wonderful, and I'm a complete beginner. It's exactly what I do. That's why I do ask, what do you want to learn? That's why we meet. We meet every week. You don't have to jump on meeting every week. But I do ask, what is next? What shall we learn? Like Ika print on felt, I was challenged. I print a lot on silk, but not on felt. And you might know that it's not easy to get that sharp print. I was challenged by my members. I spent 1 month every day creating felt, printing, trying different wool. Imagine you don't have this time to do. I have. That's my job. And then I release that class for members first. They were first to get that class. Then, because other people asked, they saw my work, I released that class for members, but they did pay more than members. As part of membership, they paid less. Okay, so really, and you will have success path if you prefer just scarves, because we have members who want to sell, and something else we've been discussing, and something else we've been talking about selling. I have quite a good experience selling. I used to have people who helped me to sell because I didn't manage to create the amount of scarves for gallery, and I used to sell on markets. So actually, last weekend we talked because Lisa taken part first time in craft fair. So we really went through and we talked what to do, what to prepare, how to sell, all that. So I'm keen to help you, really to help you to find your felt in practice. Is it just creating felt for as part of well-being, as part of gifts, or you want to think, okay, I want to sell, I want to found at least my hobby. So, okay, Heather, thank you so much. At the moment, I would not have the time now, but I'm glad I still have all classes I have bought. Of course, that will keep me busy for now. That's great. Absolutely. Because membership is not for everyone. I get that. So, Cassie, I love you, all your experimenting. It is an inspiration. Do you recommend using a drum cadder? I want one, but I know it would be a luxury purchase. I have drum cadder. I hardly use drum cadder because I prefer to mix when I create my wool layouts on this piece of paper. I can mix wool, different colors. Drum cadder, I think the cheapest 300. I bought second hand. So it's up to you. If you have funds, you can invest. You might want to try first hand cutters. Another one, board, I think it's called board cutter. I'm not sure. You can try, okay? So what I'll do, if anyone interested to join membership, I'll put the link in the comments. Well, don't forget you have 14 days money guarantee back. So this is the link. So we close, yeah, blending board, thank you. We close the door tomorrow on Sunday, 12 p.m. 11, sorry, not 12 p.m., 11:59 p.m. Midnight, literally. Okay, so do we have any other questions? And before we go, let me to share the screen and tutorial, which is, let me to do that. So, okay, what I said, if you stay till the end of the session, capture the screenshot with me presenting maybe and share in Facebook group. Send me email of that photograph or tag me. Better to send me email so I could send you this tutorial. Remembrance Day coming in November, and I thought poppies is a great felted poppies to make. This is a PDF tutorial. This is not video with pictures and explanation. Join us tonight, and I sent you another tutorial, different felted flowers to make. That's all I wanted to share. And okay, so I joined yesterday, Bogda saying I joined yesterday, so excited to be part of the community of amazing fiber artists. Fantastic. I will be in touch because we have an onboarding call next week, and I'm really looking forward to meet you and work together. Okay, I'm just so happy to join you as a new member. Cannot wait to learn. Okay, brilliant. I don't know the name because it said Facebook user. So sorry. Thank you so much. Catherine said, many thanks. This was very helpful. Thank you. Why do brushes work well for hand cadder? Yes, actually, I do use them as well sometimes. So try before investing in expensive tools. Try. Angela saying, yeah, thank you. Of course, I will spread the word and picture of you. Brilliant. Just take screenshot now and do that. Seriously, it's great. Thank you, Lena. Maybe membership next year. Absolutely fine. You have backlog you mentioned yesterday. I get that. Yes. Louise, Saying you're most generous with your time and expertise. Thank you as always. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate you being here. And I've been following many of you and watching what you create, and it's great. So any more questions before we finish? I'm doing this session tomorrow morning for people from Australia and New Zealand, anyone who would prefer to join in the morning. So thank you again. Are you on Instagram? Omi, I'm on Instagram. Um, to be honest, I only just started to use Instagram. So you will find me, Lena Archibald, on Instagram. Okay. And I'm on YouTube, lots of tutorials there. So Nancy, thank you for joining. Took screenshot, share, send me email, okay? So I could send tutorial. Christina, thank you so much for your time. Infectious energy, and I'm full of cold. I've just been taking all this before this, and it's called Sad Children, but that's all I had for my sore throat, pinching from my daughter. Brilliant. Okay, I love poppies. Remind me of my mother. Fantastic. Get that tutorial. I'll send you. Okay. Okay, great. If no more questions, thank you so much for your time. Thank you. If you join membership, great. If you don't, follow me on my Facebook page, follow me on YouTube, and just, yeah, I'll share lots for free. And I still have lots of online classes as well. Okay, 50 online classes. So thank you so much. Thank you. All the best. Have a great evening. Goodbye. Thank you.